In this lesson of Blackboard, we're going to talk a little bit about the content areas. And those are the items over here on the left side. We can add and delete, rearrange, and customize this area. To do that, we have to do, first thing is to turn the edit mode on. Right now it's turned off. So if I click on, it's going to take a second and it'll turn on. And now over here on the left side, all this stuff is editable and rearrangeable. So we can rearrange it. So if you click on one of these things, see the arrows on the left side, I can slide them up and down and move these back and forth. Each one of these things can be added. So if we click the plus button, you can see that there are at least 8 different things we can work on. They are very different in what they do, and I'm going to try to explain them briefly to you. The first one is called a content area, and it's probably the most common one that you use. It is a collection or a link that will allow you to add content for a specific area or a unit of study. And I'm going to type in Unit 4. I'm going to make this one available to units, and I'm going to click Submit. It shows up at the bottom, and so if I wanted to slide it up, I would just click on the arrows on the left side and move it up right underneath Unit 3. I can see that maybe I might want to rename it with Unit 4 with the FOUR, so I can rename the link. Click on it and FOUR. All right, so it's giving me some other things. I can delete it. I can say, yep, I want to save that, and of course I want to save it. That down arrow allows me to do a couple other things as well. One of them is I can rename it, which I just did. I could hide the link from the students so they couldn't see it, and I can permit the guests and I can permit parents to see it. Right now the default is set that the parents are not allowed to see it, but if we wanted to allow them to, we just click on this and they are now eligible to see whatever's in Unit 4. So if I click on Unit 4, remember we created a content area. So if I click on it, you're going to see it opens into a content area, which allows me to do multiple things. I can build all sorts of content. I can include assessments. I can add tools to this, and I can bring in partner content. So this would be an all-encompassing section of a unit that you could work on. Looking at the other ones would be a module page. And a module page, as I click on it and type it in, is an area that allows you to add modules. And you might ask what a module is. A module is something very similar to our home page. And remember our home page, we could add different content areas. We could add the NBC Learn, we could add calendars and calculators. And content area, I'm just going to add a couple of them and show you that it looks like our home page. So if you wanted to drive your students to something very specific, you could say click on this area and you kind of limit them to what they can do. That is a module page. A blank page just is that, it's a blank page. It only allows you to do one thing on the page. So I'm going to submit that, I'm going to take a look at it. Here's my blank page. If I click on it, it only allows me to put a title and some content in it. And so I could bring a picture in, I could bring a video in, and once that page is established, I could have that be my landing page. And only when the students click on your class, they would go to that specific page. And it could be a welcome, it could be, hey, we're going to do this assignment, click over here on the left. It could give some additional directions. So that's what a blank page does. The next section, let's look at tool link, and these are all links. And what links are specific types of module pages. So you can see that we can have achievements all the way through wikis. So if you wanted them to have something very specific that you wanted them to do, like a discussion board, you could click on that, and the only thing that would show up in this right area would be discussion or a class message or any one of these other things that are listed. A web link is just that. It's a link to a website, and that would show up over here on the left side. For instance, I have Google as a website link, and I click on it and it would go up to Google. So you could have some very specific web links for them to go to. A class link. A class link is an assignment or a project that you've been working on that you want the students to see right away. So if I clicked on class link and said this is an assignment 1, and I'm going to browse for it. And you can see once I click browse, it opens up everything that I have in my website or my Blackboard page. So I'm going to say I want them to see this first assignment. And then if I click available to users and hit submit, that first assignment, as soon as I click on it, it's going to take me directly to that assignment. That assignment is also kind of buried in Unit 1, but this way it's out on the front page so you can say, hey students, it's over here on the left side. You can't miss it. And finally, the last two things are called subheaders and dividers. And a subheader is a kind of a categorized. You can say these are testing area. And anything in that area, here it is, it's bold, so you can move it around. And I can put that there, and then I can say, okay, your assignments is in the testing area, your syllabus is in the testing area, so you can put all these things in a specific area. And that's kind of a header for that. And then the last thing you can do is you can add dividers. And dividers are little bars, just like this, that allow you to kind of separate and categorize things. Let me move this one here just to kind of isolate my testing area. Once you get those done, remember you just hit edit mode off, and it will allow you to lock those down and see what's going on.